Hi guys, welcome back to another timeless reading. This is for Sunday, September 29th. Just moving this a little bit closer. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Again, Rosh Hashanah starts on Wednesday. And then Shabbat starts on Friday, so won't be able to post until Saturday evening. So I feel like a lot of you are going through the shift. I feel like with retail it's a tricky bugger because it's like all the kids go back to school and they're, it's this quiet time and then they'll start hiring like November. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's going to pick up. I feel like December, they're talking about, I said this to the kids. I'm like, watch, we're going to do this and then this is going to happen. I have a funny feeling. I just have this eking feeling that this is going to happen. Because I keep getting numbers and stuff and I'm just like, oh my gosh. This is what our life is. And it's like, why would I even bother buying a home? Because I have so much. Oh my gosh. It's just like we're just those people that just don't stay in one place that long. I don't know what it is with us. Like this place is like iconic. Like it's perfectly imperfect, but we're like, you know what I mean? It's just like the best garden we ever had and it's just little things, one little thing and it's just like it would be perfect. But it's like, am I gonna complain? It's a lot better than people lighting things on fire at 5 o'clock in the morning and you're just like, oh my word. Thank God for fire extinguishers, eh? So we have the Eight of Swords in reverse, and I feel like this is like all that unknown, feeling trapped, feeling, gosh, I guess I would be frustrated, but it's just, I feel like it's just like, don't know where to go. I felt like a lot of that. I felt, everyone's like, that's like having ADHD, and I'm like, yeah. I feel like that sometimes because I'm like, Jen, just concentrate on the one thing you're doing. I'm like, let's do this. Because I get so sick of doing one thing constantly all the time, And I'm like, go do this. Give yourself a break from it. You know what I mean? So that's where the garden and everything came into play. It was just, oy, oy, oy. What a year. What a 15 months, I'll tell you that. But I feel like that's where it's like that's just like this calm is coming in. And that's why I feel like it's like, you know what? Even though it feels weird, I definitely feel weird. My girlfriend Laura was saying the same things. Like she feels so weird, but she's doing a lot of things. She's going through her whole house and like, whatever she, her clothes and everything. I'm just like, girl, just watching you do all that's making me exhausted. You know what I mean? It's like, but she did it, and it's just like, I feel like it's just, I feel like this during Shabbat. It's like, I know I should be up and doing this and this and this. And I'm like, you can't sit still, keep Shabbat and keep it holy, Keep the Sabbath and keep it holy. But I feel like this is where they're talking about the Eight of Coins. Creative endeavors. Things that really, really speak to your heart. Things that, that's why I went and bought our pumpkins. Because I'm like, you know what? I'm off for that time. We can really sit down, put on some music if we want to. That's what we usually do. We put on music and then it's just like, we put on requests. Like, who wants to listen to what? We usually listen to we all have like the kind of same taste in music. The boys more so in different things, which is fine. You know what I mean? I have no problem listening to the stuff they want to listen to, because that's what you do. You compromise, listen to so many things. They call mine emo music, because like Linkin Park and everything like that, they're just like, oh my God. It's funny to hear them say that, because I used to say that. I don't know, I still like what my mom would listen to. She was definitely an MTV person. We grew up on MTV, but, she would tape the videos and, we would watch it and we enjoyed it. We always watched the countdown and all that stuff, so we just really enjoyed the music. We're definitely a music family. But I feel like this is the Eight of Coins. Being watched, being observed. I feel like more eyes on you. With me, it's like within my newsfeed, and this will probably resonate with you. I just had my other girlfriend, Sarah, message me, and she's just like, this really stuck out to me. And I'm like, this is how this tarot deck was with me. I was sitting there and I was like, okay, I'm going to cook food. We had zucchini from the garden. I'm like, let me chop that up. Let me cook that up today. You know what I mean? It was really, really good. And it's just like, okay, I got this much time left. I can either go lay down for a nap or I could sit there and post. Because this deck has really been, kind of like, when you hear that pounding noise on TikTok, that sound with that song where people knock on it. And on the other side, it's like a sexy photo. But it's just kind of like, tarot's like, here's the message. But I feel like with me, it's just like creative endeavors, creativity, allowing this that has built up in me in so long for 15 months. It's like, let it out. You know what I mean? Like I posted until I think it was like November 28th, I think I feel like was my last post. Maybe November 17th, maybe it was before that, but it's just like we had to get crack-a-lacking. We had to get going. We got the keys on the 13th and we moved in here on the 2nd. So it was very fast. I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles going along with the Eight of like your being put on display, going back to the Maccabee Tarot though, because a lot of that knocks with today. It's just like the sweat of your brow. You will be, tired, but you will feel fulfilled. I feel like this is where Spirit is just like, watch, like, you're going to have money come in, but it's just like, remember Hydro's going to be more. Because I know, January, we're going to have the same thing happen. I feel like we'll go back and then it'll happen again. But I feel like this is where Spirit is just like, when that transition happens, it's just like, again, you'll go into this kind of thing. If that sound went on there, I'm really sorry. My throat's itchy. This is where the Fool comes in. We're getting a lot of knockings of this new beginning. New beginning, new beginning, new beginning. I feel like now until the new moon will be rest and rejuvenation. New moon, a sickle to the full moon will be this time of where you're really creative. The eyes on you. You're going to, if you're a healer, I feel like this may be a real prominent time for you to have readings. I feel like a lot of people... See, Sunny has the same thing. Itchy throat. Two of Wands. Shh. Sunny. Sunny's just making himself known. Yes, aren't you? Anytime I'm filming, he makes that noise. But, it's just like with the Two of Wands being supported in this time. I feel like a lot of us don't... Like with us, me, this year, the 15 months, really, I was just like, oh my gosh. I know if Shane was physically here like this with this, I wouldn't have to worry about certain things, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's just learning to appreciate what you had and keep moving forward. With the Six of Coins again, this is where it's like, where they're telling us not to be so frugal. And this is in the sense of if you know what I mean? You see someone, you give them like $1, like, they're showing like someone panhandling, giving them sandwiches. They're showing saran wrap sandwiches. So maybe you felt like a call to do that, to, hand out sandwiches. I know there's a gentleman I follow on TikTok. I believe he lives in Arizona. He has his own sandwich shop, and, he was having problems with the sandwich truck, and, meat only lasts for 3 days. So he sat there and he was like, I won't be able to get out. So he turned everything into sandwiches, whatever produce and everything that he had. He made the sandwiches, he went and got waters, and he's like, he asked people requests, and this is something I want to do with the kids, is like, he's like, what, a lot of them are talking about socks and undershirts and all this stuff, so he went and, he's blessed. This is what I'm talking about. The universe blesses you and you bless others. You know what I mean? Is he a billionaire by any means? No. But he, he is a hard worker. He sat there and he went and got a bunch of shirts, he went and got a bunch of socks, and he went out and listen to, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the time, it's like, remember where you come from. It's like, remember, those situations. Yeah, you could sit there and buy yourself a whole new wardrobe, or you could do something good that makes your heart swim. You don't need, accolades or anything like that. But I like the fact he's saying, like, look at me, I'm a simple person, but, I can get a lot done, and so can you. Going to the Three of Wands, you are supported by the universe, and I feel like in this time of uncertainty, but I feel like, again, you're going to work hard, and this is what's going to bring this money in. The universe is saying you are the Chariot. You are determined. You know where you want, your card to guide you. See, as we're talking about this, the sun's illuminating the room. Again, talking about that cycle, I feel like from now to the new moon will be rest and rejuvenation. Sickle to full moon is where this is going to start coming in, this new beginning. I feel like with the Empress, being patient, self-love is very important. You know what I mean? As you give to others. There's this rebirth happening. I keep seeing a child, a newborn child. I don't know who that is around me, but there's someone that's having a child. So it's just, I know one person, co-worker. She's the one that talked to my sister about working for Cloud 5, and my sister ended up giving me the opportunity because she started working for the school board. So, big shout out to her. Like, she's really cool. We actually just reconnected the other day. I was actually thinking, the funny thing is, I was just like, I haven't talked to her in so long. I wonder if she's still here. And like a couple days later, she messaged me. It was so funny. So we have the Ace of Wands, this brand new beginning, again, rebirth, we are, like, where we are is, Atlantic Canada, so it's just like the fall equinox. I feel like for a lot of people, this is a time of rest and rejuvenation. I feel like this is where it's prioritizing things. So, like, you know, the things that you had to put onto the side is now in the forefront because those things have let go. This is where I'm saying this whole being kind of pulled into one direction, or, you know, you had priorities. You had to sit there and get these things done, you know, when you're adulting, you know. But I feel like lots of opportunity is coming around. You know, I feel like that job change is going to happen around December 1st through 5th for some of you. That change. There's going to be an opportunity for change here. Movement. Something is definitely going to be movement there. I feel like for some of you, this is going to be your job. For some of you, this is actually your physical place of where you live. Wheel of Fortune. Stuck situation gets moved forward. You know, and I even literally said this to the kids. I said this to earlier in the video. It's like, you know, we're going to sit there and it's just like, we're going to do this and then this is going to happen. And I have that feeling again. Queen of Cups, I feel like, again, you know, rest and rejuvenation. I feel like, you know, I've been posting this a lot, but not with my own creations, but with people that I follow. And it's just like really resonated. And it's like, go back to the things that heal you and inspire you. Like, you know, so my faith, my children, you know, tarot, you know, I even told my son, I'm like, I cannot wait until I can sit there and do this. And I wasn't going to do this until, honestly, after Yom Kippur. So the fact that I was able to do this, and my girlfriend's like, I was like, so many people, they're like, I miss your dailies. I'm like, me too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it does feel like, oh, that's why I said I don't know if I'm going to go back to dailies, because sometimes it was just like, oh my gosh. You know, especially on Saturday there, when it was like, you know, summertime. You know, with Shabbat, it doesn't end till like 10, you know, 10:30 because the sun is up for so long, which is fine. It's a blessing. But at the same time, it's like you're so tired from the day. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like with me, my work week is Sunday through Thursday. So it's just like, I know, you know, that's going to pick up. So we have the Queen of Swords. This is being truthful with yourself. And I feel like that's when it's like, you know, being truthful with yourself. Like, yes, you do need rest. Being truthful with yourself. Yes, I do need help. Being truthful with yourself, yes, I need more sleep. You know what I mean? Being truthful with yourself, yes, I messed up. They're using the F word. Yes, I effed up. So I think the biggest way of showing growth is actually, you know, admitting that when you mess up. I'm not too ashamed, or I'm not too arrogant to ever sit there and not admit my wrongs, my faults, my shortcomings. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, I'm human too at the end of the day. If I do something wrong and I misspoke or anything like that, you know, my aunt would always say I stand corrected. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, I'm not, you know what I mean? I learned from that, where it's just like, you know, when I'm at fault or when I'm wrong, I admit it. And learn and grow from that situation. I saw today, think before you speak. You know what I mean? So I feel like right now is a time to be silent. Keep your opinions to yourself. The Magician. And again, following that intuition, I told you guys that about Sonny. We were going to get him, I was going to get him something. My son spoke up and he's like, no, Mom. And I'm like, okay, let's just try. Let's see what happens. He's like, okay. And then I was putting it away. And Spirit again. It was like, nope. I'm like, okay. So I took it out of the cupboard, put it on by the front door with the receipt. I'm like, I'm returning it. You know, I'm not going to risk his health. Like, I thought it would be something that would benefit him. But clearly it's not. So, you know, I never want to be the cause of any pain or grief, or it's the kid's dog. You know what I mean? Like, it's all of our dog. Like, he's not just a dog to us. You know what I mean? He's like everything. He's our sunshine on a cloudy day, even when it's sunny out. You know? It's so cute. He sniffs the sunflowers, and I'm just like kind of cautious now because there's so many bees on them now. I'm like, no. I don't need you sniffing and you get bonked in the nose. So, but that's why I feel like this is where Spirit is like, reconnect with things that inspire you, that heal you, that love you, that rejuvenate you. And I feel like a lot of that speaks for a lot of people where it's their family, you know? Sometimes it can be a lot, like cooking, cleaning, dishes, laundry, blah, blah, bills, blah, blah. But it's like, do the things that really, you know, me and my son play chess. Now he's, you know, playing with his older brother. They're connecting in that way. You know, we have games downstairs. We have a big pinochle board downstairs. So it's like, bring that up. Let's play that. Like, we got our pumpkins. It's like, let's paint those. It's just like things that we don't have time for, because gardening is, I don't see it as work, because I would sit there and sweat for like 2 hours, 3 hours, come inside, have a shower. It was just, I don't know. It's just something about that, for sweating for so many hours and then showering. It's like, yeah, you're tired afterwards. I would nap. But the way that you felt afterwards, oh my word, it's just so cathartic. Like it was just, you know, and all the bounty that we got, we still got tomatoes growing, we still have zucchinis growing. I'm like, let the animals have it, you know. We you know, my mom's been blessed so many times over by the garden, ourselves, my sister, her best friend. So it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to pick every last thing. It's like, you know, the animals are getting ready for harvest. You know, that's what I'm doing with the sunflowers. Some of it, like 25%, will take as seedlings for next year, and the rest we're breaking up and we're letting the animals eat it. It's just our way of giving back to Yahweh Yeshua for such a blessing. You know what I mean? So I feel like you know, like even myself, it's like I usually would give more to charitable causes, but obviously, you know, our circumstances have changed. And it's just like, you know, like Spirit was so kind enough to be like, look at all the stuff you guys donated, you know, like, you know, so it's just like, you don't look at those things, you know what I mean? And we give to a certain clothing bank because we know it goes back into the community. And they don't sit there and be like, you have to make an appointment and it has to meet these standards. I'm sure they throw some stuff out, you know what I mean? So, but it's just like, we know that community is in large need. And I'm like, I rather give back to the community that would actually, you know, puts it out there and lets other people sit there and get what they need. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, you know, my kids are homeschooled, so they're not rough on their clothes. And a lot of it's great stuff. Some of it still has the tags on it because the kids just didn't wear them. You know, they just have, they're like their mom and their dad. They have certain things that they wear and they just wear the nonsense out of it, and everything else just sits in the closet because, you know, it's like you have your favorite hoodie or anything like that. It's just, you know. But I just feel like rest, rejuvenate, be kind to yourself right now, because this is going to be short-lived. And then you're going to sit there, get back in the chaos, and you're like, why didn't I enjoy it while I was in there? Because your brain wouldn't let you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this timeless reading. Again, take what resonates, leave the rest. You know, that's why I'm saying it's timeless, because you may come back to it, because things that you don't think resonate right now may resonate later. I find with Spirit, like, a lot of things that didn't resonate when I would do, like, the month coming up or anything like that, I want to get back into those as well. I feel like there's just, you know, there's just certain parts in there where it's just like, Spirit is just like, you know, pay attention to this, you know what I mean? Or it's something that's going to really stick out, and it's just like, right now it may not resonate, but, you know, down the road you'll be like, oh my God, remember when I listened to this? I do that. I started following the people, because I wouldn't follow them, and then I would be like, oh my gosh, I want to follow them because what they said happened. So I started following them, and, you know, and when they fall off, I unfollow them. They still end up coming in my feed again, but, you know, rest, rejuvenate, take care of yourself. Water, water, water. Just because it's cooler out, I know we love our hot beverages, you know, lattes and everything like that, but remember, those things are really dehydrating. Keep drinking your water. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next timeless reading.